What's up, everybody, and welcome to Average Rob Runs. This is going to be a short little mini series that I'm kind of creating, not based on a shoe review like my other ones are, but we're getting to that time of year where everybody's going to start making their New Year's resolutions. And the number one, just about every year, is to lose weight. And the part of the reason why I'm making this video is because I have been there, I have gone through it, I know exactly what each and every one of you that are going to make that New Year's resolution to try to lose weight and become in better physical shape. I know exactly what each and every one of you are trying to go through and what you all are thinking. So this is kind of a step-by-step series, so tune in. Each week I'm going to drop another video based on my theories, what I have gone through personally, to kind of help you as an average person to be able to attain your goal of becoming in better physical shape. And the number one reason that we all want to lose weight is because we feel overweight, we want to get in better physical shape, we just want to be a better overall person. And the easiest or the quickest and most efficient way to lose weight is cardio. So the number one thing that people do is they try to go to your local gym and hop on a treadmill and go for a run. And I'm here to tell you that there's a few things you need to know before you just apply for that gym membership and hop on that treadmill and go for a run, or even buy a treadmill to bring home and do it in your house, because obviously with COVID-19 right now, that's obviously a possibility for just about everybody, is to just buy the equipment and bring it home to use at home. Literally in a few weeks, it'll probably be collecting dust because of a few reasons, and I'm going to get into them with you. And this is kind of like I said, it's a step-by-step process that you guys should really just pay attention to, because it affected me. And I know it's going to affect, as far as an average person is concerned, I know it's going to affect every one of you. So my background is 2.5 years ago now, I started running. And I started running because I wanted to lose weight. I had moved up a belt size in my work clothes, and I had, I had been in that same belt size for 10 years, and I was moving up. And I knew I was getting bigger because everything was starting to get tighter and tighter and tighter. And then eventually that belt size needed to move up because I was just too big. At one point I weighed 265 pounds, and I knew at that point I needed to make a change. So I decided to do it the quickest, most efficient way to lose weight, which is cardio, which is to go out and run. Here are some tricks that I've learned, and again, this is a multi-part series, so there's some tricks that I've learned, and the first one is motivation, and that's what this episode is about. It's about motivation and staying motivated for these runs, for your future, as you pursue the better physical fitness as you move forward. So first things first, I am not a professional runner. I am not a professional coach. I am not a doctor or any type of physician. I don't have any of that education for me. This is just my personal experiences as a guy who just decided to purchase a pair of running shoes and start running to lose weight on my own. And I was successfully able to do that at one point. I'd actually lost about 85 pounds. To give you an idea. Some of it I gained back because I was training in other ways, so I gained a little bit of muscle mass, so on and so forth. So we'll get into that in a later episode. But the first episode today is about motivation. The number one thing that people lose right off the bat is motivation. The reason that they lose motivation is because that first day that you go to the gym and you hop on that treadmill and you start to run, you get 5 minutes in, if you make it that far, you get 5 minutes in and your feet start hurting, your knees start hurting, your hips start hurting, everything starts hurting, and you quit, and that's usually within the first day or the first week that most of these people will, or most of you will want to quit. And some of it has to do with staying motivated. And it's because when you wake up, there is no easy way to do it. There isn't. It doesn't matter if you're 20 years old or 18 years old, being young and mostly fit, or if you're 40 something, 50 something years old. There's no easy way to do it. It's going to hurt and it's going to suck. I hate to say it, but that is the gosh darn truth. The problem is you're going to wake up that day, the next day, so sore, and you're going to say, I can't do this. This is not for me. There's no way I can do this, and I quit. That's not going to help you attain your goals. I'm going to throw this line out there because I know it's kind of a military saying, but pain is weakness leaving the body. So if you're feeling pain, that's weakness. You're getting stronger every single time you go and take a step. And every day that you wake up and you walk out that door, every step that you take during that run is one step closer to becoming a better version of yourself. Okay? So I'm going to repeat that one again because I think that's an important line that every single one of you should keep in your head, is that every day you wake up, every time you walk out that door, and every step that you take during that run is one step closer to becoming a better version of yourself. Okay? So that is, I think, a motivational saying. It's helped me immensely over the years. I think that it's going to help you all out as well. Okay? So when I'm talking about motivation, you're going to look at, if you go to the gym, you're going to see a guy next to you and he's been running for a while, or he's been working on treadmills for a while. He's been at the gym for a long time. He's a guy, we're going to call him Jeff. And Jeff has been doing this for quite some time. And you look at him and he's got a nice long stride. He's running at about 7 to 8 7 to 8 miles an hour during, for his time on the treadmill. So he's been doing it for a while. Some guys are even faster than that, but he's running at 7 to 8 miles an hour, and you're going, oh man, I got to try to compete with him. Well, you can't, because Jeff has been doing it for quite some time. You haven't. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to focus on you. Okay. When you're going out there and you're running, you have to focus on your abilities and what you are capable of. Okay. When I started, I think it was like 5 minutes of walking and then 2 minutes of a jog, and then 5 minutes walking, 2 minutes of jogging, 5 minutes walking, 2 minutes of jogging. So I did that for the first week. And then the next week I increased my jogging. So I did 5 minutes of walking to kind of warm me up, and then 5 minutes of jogging. And throughout the week, it actually became easier. And I did that for about like maybe 30 minutes, maybe 45 to an hour a day, to just kind of get myself acclimated with everything. And eventually, after weeks went by, then all of a sudden it became easier for me to run for 30 minutes straight, or run, but maybe a lighter run or whatever. We're going to get into those later on another episode, but eventually I was able to jog for 30 minutes straight. Okay. And I kept motivating myself based on, I am getting better. Every time I'm doing this, I'm getting better. Okay. So it's not, if I was comparing myself to these other runners, and I know quite a few runners in my personal life, but if I was comparing myself to all these different runners, I would have become so unmotivated. But I had to do it for myself, and I knew that my tempo was going to be different from their tempo. And it still is. My tempo is entirely different from other people's tempo. My distance is different from other people's distances. I can do what I can do based on what my abilities are, because that's what I've trained myself for. I've mentally focused myself on me, not everybody else, me. Okay? And that's what you have to do as an individual to stay motivated, is to say, I am doing this for me. I am doing this to better myself. So therefore I need to focus on what is going to work for me. Okay? So that's the first thing. Another reason is you have to have a reason to do it other than just to lose weight. Is it because you're starting to feel sluggish at work? Are you starting to feel maybe sluggish at home? You're tired all the time. You're just feeling completely unmotivated to really get up and do anything. That's a good reason. That is a really good reason. Because that's how I felt when I started losing weight, is I felt sluggish. I felt just kind of blah all the time. Guess what? When you start running and you start getting into those physical activities, you are going to notice these changes, that you're going to have more energy, more motivation. Mentally, you're going to feel better. Physically, you're going to feel better. Your cardiovascular system is going to be so much better. Your heart rate, your everything is going to be so much better. The food that you eat is going to digest so much easier in your system and provide the energy that your body actually needs by doing this. And it takes time to do it. It's not going to be an overnight success. It takes time. So you have to have a reason to do it. Is it because you want to lose weight and have more energy and be better physical shape, better mental shape? Yes, great reason. And keep going because of it. Keep going because it will get better. It takes time. It's not going to be an overnight success. It takes time. Okay? My biggest pet peeve, and I'm just going to let you know that because it had happened to me, the weight scale. I know everybody's going to be focused on that weight scale. Am I really losing weight? Am I really losing weight? First month of running, don't use a weight scale. Don't. Completely just don't. Weigh yourself at the beginning on January 1st. Weigh yourself and then put the weight scale away. Hide it on a shelf somewhere in your closet. Just put it away and don't focus on it. Because one of the biggest deterrents for people getting out and getting in better physical shape is because they don't get the instant gratification or satisfaction of running or doing physical activity. They want to instantly see that they've lost weight. Okay? You want to see that after day one, man, I want to get off that treadmill and I want to see that I've lost 6 pounds. I'm sorry, but after 5 minutes of running, you're not losing anything. Okay? And I can tell you, personal experience, the first week, you aren't going to lose a thing. Okay? In fact, that almost threw me off, because after week one, when I started running, after week one, I put myself on the weight scale and I go, wow, I didn't lose anything. How is that so? I feel better, but I didn't lose any weight. Well, it takes time. Your body is now adapting to a new lifestyle. So your metabolism is going to be changing. Your digestive system is going to be changing. Everything is going to be changing. Your thyroid, everything is going to start changing because of this new, because now you went from expending nearly zero of that food energy that you've stored up for so long. You went from going from using nothing to now all of it's having to be released. Okay? And it takes time for your body to change, to adapt to, okay, now I've got to use these protein enzymes. Now I've got to use these sugars. Now I've got to use these sodium levels and potassium and all that kind of, I've got to use these to keep me going every single day. Your body has to adjust to all of that. So after week one and you don't see any changes, it's not because you haven't lost any weight. Your body is making a change. Okay? Week two is when you're going to start maybe seeing, you might lose a little bit of weight, but here's the biggest thing. You'll start physically feeling better. Don't focus on the weight. Stop focusing on weight scales. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop focusing on the weight scale. Focus on the changes that you can feel. If you can feel that you're breathing easier, if you can feel that you're just feeling better, you're starting to have a little bit more energy, you're starting to just feel a little bit more motivated. That's exactly what you need. That is exactly what you need. Okay? And then later on down the road, you'll start noticing that, okay, maybe some clothes are starting to fit a little bit better. Maybe these pants are starting to fit a little bit better, these shorts or whatever, they're starting to fit a little bit better. Okay. Use those things, those small gains, as motivating factors, that it is working. And trust me, it will work. I promise you it will work. But you have to give it time. So my goal for everyone that's going to be starting, that already has this set as their New Year's resolution goal, is to lose weight. You need to find right now, before we hit New Year's, you need to find your motivating factor, and you need to keep yourself motivated, okay? Because it's not going to fall off. It's not going to be like a hot knife through butter where it's just going to right off of you, okay? It took me months, if not a year, to lose the 85 pounds that I did, okay? It's not going to fall off, and you want to make sure that you do it right. But the first thing is you've got to stay motivated. Find your motivation. Do it for your family. Do it for your kids. That was another thing for me. I wanted to do it for my kids because I didn't want to grow up or get older as they're getting older and then, you know, come up with heart conditions or pulmonary problems because I want to be able to play with them. I want to be able to grow older with them and enjoy their, you know, teenage years and high school years just as much as they do. So do it for your family, do it for your kids, do it for, you know, but at the end of the day, you've got to be able to do it for yourself. You've got to be able to do it for yourself because, like I said earlier in the video, every step that you take is one step closer to becoming a better version of yourself. And if you can keep that every day, if you can hop on that treadmill and say, every step that I am making for the next 30 minutes, regardless of how fast I go, regardless of how long I go, is becoming a better version of myself. That's what you have to keep in mind. That's what you have to keep in mind. So, with that being said, this is the first episode of the series about keeping yourself motivated for losing weight as your New Year's resolution. And I hope everybody that watches this video finds this useful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below. Click that subscribe button and also give me that thumbs up if you really enjoyed the video. And, you know, I really hope that everybody, as we approach the new year in this COVID era, I really hope that everybody has a safe and happy holiday season. And I hope that everybody finds their motivation to push themselves to the next level. Because if I can do it, and I was never a runner, I was never a professional athlete, I was never really anything, to be able to put on a pair of shoes and go running, if I can do it, I know there's a majority of people out there that can do it. So please, if you like this video, click that like button, hit subscribe, share it if you want, and we all just kind of go from there. So I thank you all for watching this video, and as always, enjoy the run.